Behind the veil, the sinister secrets of Operation Gladio. What if the guardians of freedom were the architects of terror? What if a hidden army, forged in the crucible of the Cold War, turned its guns on the very people it swore to protect? Brace yourself, because Operation Gladio isn't just a footnote in history. It's a pulse-pounding conspiracy that cuts deeper than any blade, and its secrets still lurk in the shadows. The setup: a clandestine pact in the dead of night. Picture Europe in the late 1940s, a continent shivering under the weight of a new war. Not one fought with tanks, but with whispers and paranoia. The Iron Curtain slams shut, and the specter of Soviet boots trampling Western soil keeps NATO generals awake at night. In smoke-filled rooms, the CIA, MI6, and Western Union operatives hatch a plan so covert it's barely committed to paper. They call it Operation Gladio, named for the Roman short sword, a weapon of stealth, betrayal, and blood. Across over a dozen countries, Italy, Belgium, Norway, Turkey, even neutral Switzerland, secret stay-behind armies are formed. Trained by U.S. Green Berets and British SAS on fog-shrouded Mediterranean islands, these shadow soldiers are armed with caches of explosives, sniper rifles, and silent radios buried in remote forests and mountain graves. Their mission? To strike like ghosts if the Soviets invade. But as the years tick by, the mission twists into something far darker. These operatives aren't just waiting for the Reds, they're hunting their own. The twist: a dance of death and deception. By the 1960s, Italy is a powder keg. The Communist Party is gaining ground, threatening the West's iron grip. Enter the strategy of tension, a plot so diabolical it could make the devil flinch. Gladio operatives, entwined with neo-fascist fanatics, unleash a wave of terror designed to pin the blame on leftists and drag public opinion into fear-fueled submission. December 12, 1969. Milan's Piazza Fontana is a bustling hub until a bomb tears through the National Bank of Agriculture. The explosion is deafening. 17 dead, 88 maimed, blood pooling on marble floors. The police scream anarchists, but whispers in the underworld tell a different story. Vincenzo Vinciguerra, a cold-eyed Gladio operative and neo-fascist, later confesses this was no leftist plot. It was a calculated strike to frame communists, to spark panic, to demand a stronger state. We targeted the innocent, he snarls, to break their spirit. The horror doesn't stop there. August 2, 1980. Bologna's central railway station is packed with travelers when a suitcase bomb detonates. The blast is apocalyptic. 85 dead, over 200 wounded. The air thick with screams and ash. Again, the Red Brigades take the fall, but the truth slithers out. Neo-fascists, backed by Gladio's invisible hand, orchestrated the carnage. From the 1972 Piazza bombing, which shredded 3 policemen, to shadowy coup attempts in 1964 and 1970, Gladio's trail of blood paints a chilling picture. This wasn't defense, it was war on democracy itself. The players, a rogues gallery of betrayal. Who pulls the strings in this theater of terror? The CIA and MI6. Their fingerprints smeared across the operation, funnel cash and weapons to Gladio's operatives. In Italy, the Military Intelligence Service, SID, later SISMI, dances a deadly waltz with neo-fascist groups like Ordine Nuovo and La Fenice. Their leader, Pino Rauti, reportedly dines on U.S. Embassy dollars while plotting chaos. Across the continent, the story repeats like a grim refrain. In Belgium, the Brabant killings of the 1980s see masked gunmen storm supermarkets, spraying bullets into shoppers. 28 dead, no motive, just terror. Gladio's Belgian branch, SDRA-8, is whispered to be involved. In Turkey, Gladio-backed forces fuel coups and massacres, leaving hundreds dead in the streets. Even Switzerland, the land of neutrality, hides P-26, a Gladio cell whose leader meets a grisly end, stabbed with his own bayonet after threatening to talk. The most terrifying revelation? Gladio wasn't just about stopping Soviets. It was about control. The CIA pumped millions into anti-communist parties for 24 years, forging fake letters to smear leftist leaders and rigging elections. In 1964, a silent coup in Italy ousted socialist ministers, all while Gladio's operatives watched from the shadows, their hands stained with blood. The revelation, a truth too dangerous to contain. For decades, Gladio's existence was a ghost story, known only to the initiated. But in 1990, the House of Cards collapses. Italian Judge Felice Casson, a relentless bloodhound sniffing out right-wing terror, forces Prime Minister Giulio Andreotti to confess. Before a stunned Senate, Andreotti admits Gladio's existence, revealing a network that spans Europe. The fallout is seismic. Belgium and Switzerland launch frantic inquiries, uncovering their own secret armies. In Greece, the sheepskin network surfaces, though the U.S. swears it's clean, dismissing damning documents as Soviet lies. Judge Guido Salvini, digging through Italy's Massacres Commission, delivers the killing blow. Gladio's operatives were trench troops of a secret army, backed by the CIA, waging a covert war on their own people. Vincenzo Vinciguerra, unrepentant, confirms it. False flag attacks were the playbook, designed to fracture democracies under the guise of saving them. Want to unravel more conspiracies that governments bury deep? Subscribe to Behind Veiled Truths on YouTube and join our hunt for the truth. The shadows are calling. Don't miss the next clue. The fallout, a legacy that haunts. Gladio's end didn't erase its ghosts. Piazza Fontana bombing, the Bologna massacre, the Brabant killings. These weren't accidents. They were chess moves in a game of power. The body count is staggering, the trust shattered, irreparable, and the questions burn hotter than ever. How far did the CIA's reach extend? Was the U.S. Army Field Manual 3031B detailing Gladio's terror tactics really a Soviet fake, as Washington claims? And what of Gladio B, whispers of a 1990s sequel targeting Muslim extremists instead of communists? The truth is a locked vault, and someone threw away the key, the final clue. The shadows never sleep. Operation. Gladio isn't just a Cold War relic. It's a screaming alarm. It proves that governments, cloaked in the name of protection, will orchestrate chaos to cling to power. The strategy of tension didn't vanish in 1990. It's alive in every modern psyop, every engineered crisis. What other secret armies stalk the night? What new Gladio waits in the wings, ready to strike? The truth is a blade, and we're carving through the lies. Subscribe to Behind Veiled Truths at https://www.youtube.com Behind Veiled Truths for more heart-pounding exposés. The next secret is out there, and we're closing in. Join us before it's too late. Operation Gladio is a labyrinth of deception, and we've only scratched the surface. Follow us at Behind Veiled Truths on YouTube to chase the truth through the shadows. The game is on, and the stakes couldn't be higher.